Hello everyone, my name is Steven Discenza and today we're going to be talking about basic building blocks for mankind. You have a small portable electrical generator which is fueled by gasoline. You don't call that energy. Why do you call windmills and solar panels energy? They are electrical generators fueled by the sun and the wind. The sun, wind, and gasoline are all forms of energy. It is clean fuel you use to power the windmills and solar panels. Also, you are using renewable forms of energy to fuel the windmills and the solar panels, not renewable energy. You have gasoline or fueling station, cars fueled by gasoline, motorcycles fueled by gasoline, trucks fueled by diesel or fuel oil. So we have cars, motorcycle, trucks go to the gas station and fuel their vehicles up with gasoline or diesel. We do not fill them up with energy. Do you want to tell your children it is energy? Of course not. This is called education. Then tell me why they call these energy futures at the stock market. It should be called fuel futures. These people are confused with your money. Can you please tell them to buy a dictionary? Thank you. Power plants which supply electricity to New York City. Niagara Falls, fueled by hydropower. Entergy, fueled by nuclear power. Big Alice, fueled by natural gas. Formerly Ravenswood, number 3, located in Long Island City. Astoria Power, fueled by oil. These were the power plants Con Edison owned before deregulation. They put into law Con Edison was not allowed to produce or generate any more electricity, giving others a chance to sell electricity. Con Edison had 2 generating stations at Niagara Falls he dumped. Indian Point Power Plant was a broken down nuclear power electrical generator that he sold to Entergy. The people wanted to shut that down. Big Alice was sold to Keyspan Energy Delivery for $600 million. Then it was sold to TransCanada for $2.9 billion. The British are making a lot of money in this country. Astoria Power was sold to NRG. Since then, there were other power plants that sprouted up because of the demand. Here is a typical house. The electrical service has been damaged, so we would need an electrical generator to generate the supply of electricity. So I get an extension cord, I plug it into the generator, I bring the other side into the house. Now I have the supply of electricity. Once I have removed the generator, I no longer have the supply of electricity. So the bottom line here is that I need an electrical generator to generate the supply of electricity. The next chart shows fuel to generate electricity in USA. It shows coal, natural gas, nuclear, hydropower, other renewable forms of energy, and petroleum. Now we have the New York State Public Service Commission saying what you should know before choosing an energy supplier. No such thing. All an illusion. You will see why in a couple of minutes. It also states energy bill. Again, no such thing. It also states purchasing your energy. These people are out of their mind. Why? Because it would be electricity you would be purchasing, not energy. It takes fuel to generate electricity. It's right here. It also states your energy bill is in 2 parts, supply and delivery. First of all, there's no such thing as an energy bill. I get an electricity bill registered through my electrical meter for the electricity usage for my electrical apparatuses in my home. The supply charge, that would be the person with the electrical generator on the premises. And the delivery charge will be from Con Edison. They have the electrical wires to your house or grid system. Now, let's go over the list of energy supplies by Con Edison. There are about 50 so-called energy suppliers Con Edison has listed. I only have 15 listed just to show you. Just go to their website. These so-called energy suppliers do not supply anything. The one with the electrical generator on the premise is the supplier. On the above chart, it shows power plants which supply electricity to New York City. So Con Edison pays the generating companies for the supply of electricity that's generated, right? And Con Edison gets paid for the delivery of the supply of electricity generated by the generating companies. Do you understand that? Now, these so-called energy suppliers are fraud. Do they have an electrical generator on premises? No. The utility company Con Edison pays them for what? All to show your money. The so-called energy suppliers may get $25 per customer or a small fee on the usage of electricity, not energy. So we have big-time fraud by the New York State Public Service Commission and Con Edison. The New York State Public Service Commission is an appointee job by the governor. We have big-time problems now, Governor Cuomo. Let's go to the dictionary. These people changed the basic dictionary and the basic language to fraud. Open up the dictionary. You have a definition for energy and a definition for electricity. These people supply energy. Who supplies electricity, knucklehead? It is electricity you are supplying and delivering, not energy. These are basic building blocks you have changed to fraud. You cannot do that. This is basic science and physics, the law of the world. I deal in facts, you people deal in fraud. So basically, you people are sabotaging the American and the world educational system with your toxic sprue. It is the same thing as if you are sabotaging a federal building or a train station. Simple as that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, though. Sometimes people are not aware of certain things, including myself, so please take energy out of your vocabulary, especially when you're talking about electricity and natural gas that we use for heating fuel in my house and to fuel the electrical generators. Now we have President Obama's State of the Union Address, 2013. I got it off the website. A transcript from New York Times. He states, American energy sector. There is no such thing as American energy sector. It will be America's electricity and fuel sector. He states, the CEO of Siemens America, can you please tell the CEO of Siemens you do a great job on the hydropower you work on for generating electricity. Also, I have noticed on some of the switch gear I have installed from Siemens, for instance, a 4,000 amp service switch equipment and numerous motor starters I have installed. Siemens calls themselves Siemens Energy. I hate to bust your bubble. Siemens had nothing to do with energy. You people manufacture electrical equipment. Can you please make the correct changes? Thank you very much. He states, promises that our investments in American energy. There's no such thing as American energy. All an illusion. Mr. Obama states energy future. We produce more oil at home. We have double distances our car will go on a gallon of gas. Can you please inform Mr. Obama that oil is fuel, not energy, and gasoline is fuel? Mr. Obama, when you fill up your car, do you fill it up with energy or gasoline? Mr. Obama, I have basic dictionary here for you to use. It looks like you're having a problem with the American language. Did they give you this book in Hawaii, Kenya, Zimbabwe, or wherever you came from? Then he states renewable energy we generate from sources like wind and solar. This guy's out of his mind. We don't generate any energy. We generate electricity from electrical generators fueled by the wind and the sun. He states newfound energy, our oil and gas revenues. Can you please tell Mr. Obama that oil and gas are fuel, not energy? We use that to fuel electrical generators, and we also use that oil and gas as heating fuel for our homes. And we also use it for our cars, boats, motorcycles, etc. He says, let's cut in half the energy wasted by our homes. Mr. Obama, our homes do not use any energy. I use electricity delivered by Con Edison, generated by others, and heating fuel, which would be natural gas, by National Grid, the British. That's it. Not rocket science. Just plain old building blocks and the basic dictionary to build on. He states transition to more sustainable sources of energy. A source of energy would be food or vitamins. For some other people, a source of energy would be energy drink, whiskey, or cocaine. What Mr. Obama means is we need clean fuel to generate electricity and clean fuel for our homes and cars. That's it. He states China keeps going all in on clean energy. No such thing. What Mr. Obama means is China is manufacturing windmills and solar panels fueled by the wind and sun. Well, what's easier to understand and teach the younger generation? My teachings are the basic building blocks for mankind so people have an understanding of what to do and help them to think on what to do. When people have an understanding, they will help contribute to society's needs. Basic building blocks for mankind, number 3. I was on the computer Sunday morning, and I was so mad, I typed in mad, and the Alfred E. Newman wedge pain came up. I said, thank you, O Lord. You can go to the website and check it out. We have George Bush, the father. We have Alfred E. Newman Bush, the forgotten son. We have George W. Bush, the other son, the 43rd president of the United States. There's definitely a family resemblance. Andrew Cuomo is looking for $5 million. He's looking to finance an array of television ads promoting his agenda. He's looking for money from donors plus George Soros. The ad is from the New York Daily News, dated February 25th, 2013. Mr. Governor Cuomo, if you were doing such a great job like me, you would need $5 million to promote your ad. The news media would show your agenda for nothing. Apparently, this is another show you're putting on. I'm putting this show on for a few $1,000s, and not selling out the governor's chair or my country. This is the difference between me and you, Governor Cuomo, Mr. Governor Cuomo, excuse me. Anybody can buy you with no problem. You can't buy me. We all know that Kevin Burke, the CEO of Con Edison, buys you, right? George Soros is buying you. This is just tip money for George Soros. Now we have Hillary Clinton. When she was running for president of the USA, Kevin Burke was going to give her $500 million for some kind of green initiative. That's Kevin Burke from Con Edison, the CEO. Now he's giving her $500 million. What does he get in return? Sure, he wants something. Now he saves $1 billion by not putting that money into his infrastructure. By law, he's supposed to put so much back into his electrical grid. So the law looks the other way. This is why when there's a 2-day heat wave, Con Edison goes door to door on the Upper East Side telling everyone to shut their air conditioners off. And the newspaper ads tell you to save energy. What a joke. In some places, his electrical grid looks like Bangladesh. Now Mr. Burke has these energy ads again. The green team, the energy efficient experts, they say. They also say make energy efficiency a way of life. On the bottom it says business owners, get energy fit today. Then in the top right corner, you can't see it, so I blew it up. It says, join thousands of New Yorkers who have reduced their energy use. Hey, Mr. Burke, New Yorkers use electricity delivered by you. The supply of electricity is generated by others, not energy. He wrote in small letters, so I couldn't pick it up on one of my video shoots. Mr. Burke, I just enlarged it and made it darker. He's trying to make everyone think he deals in energy. He is spreading his toxic sprue and sabotaging the educational system throughout the world. Good job, Mr. Burke. Just keep on paying off the governor. Do you see that DVD, Gasland? Buy it. I'm going to tell you what's in it. When George Bush and Dick Cheney came into office, they created an energy task force made up with BP, British Petroleum, CEO Bob Malone, Shell Oil, Sir Mal Moody, is that Dutch? American Petroleum, Red Carvney, and Ken Lay, the CEO of Enron, which robbed California of $30 billion. That includes, he robbed state, local, and federal municipalities. We have one problem. That's not an energy task force. It sounds like a fuel task force, which is correct. Now you have BP, Shell, two foreign powers running the government with fraud. Now Bush and Cheney made an Energy Policy Act 2005. You know what that was? That was about hydrofracking. That is where they drilled the pipe in the ground to retrieve the natural gas from the earth. So that was not energy policy at all. It was a fuel policy. You people are dumb. That law exempted the Bush and Cheney friends from a lot of EPA laws. In doing so, they ruined all the watersheds in Colorado and a lot of those Midwest states. These people were sick. They turned on their water faucets in their houses, and natural gas was mixed with it. Some of the people lit a match, and a flame was coming out of the water faucet. Heartbreaking. Watch the DVD. I got it in Barnes & Noble, right? Gasland. Buy that DVD. Now we have Energy Tomorrow. That is the American Petroleum Institute, API. That represents all the aspects of the American oil and natural gas industry. When they show you their ad, they show you hydrofracking. They say we get energy from shale. Can you please inform Energy Tomorrow? You break through the shale, you retrieve the natural gas, a form of energy. They also say their energy infrastructure. They do not have an energy infrastructure. They have an oil and gas infrastructure. Look at the website. It says energy, natural gas, oil, and hydraulic fracturing. That's fuel. That's not energy. Please, use your head, people. Use your head. These ads I see on CBS, NBC, ABC, other news stations. It comes through Time Warner Cable. My dear news media people, this is your country and your children are watching this. I am sure some of you have some kind of responsibility. Tell them to change their name from Energy to Tomorrow to Dirty Fossil Fuels for Tomorrow. Tell them we're not all stupid. Neither is our friend Steven Discenza. You know, Steve, the electrician from Staten Island. Now we have President Obama. You can see there, definitely a family resemblance there. We have National Grid, the British, saying, do you need help paying your energy bill? Then below that, we have National Grid saying energy in action. Then they say, now is the right time to reduce your energy use. Next picture, there are 2 gas meters. That's from my house. I am also a National Grid customer. Can you please tell the British that those gas meters which are on the side of my house, they measure the usage of natural gas. The chemistry formula for natural gas is CH4. I get a gas bill, not an energy bill, and I do not use energy. I use natural gas. On the same sign, you will see a pair of hands with a cork gun. Then it states, doors and windows seals may leak, which waste energy. Hey, British, that's wasting hot air, just like what these ads are about. Hot air, just like you. Wake up, America. The British are here again. It was former Governor Pataki and former George Bush who made that sale possible for the British. Now the British pump out our natural resources, sell it to us, the profits go overseas, and they're sabotaging the educational system. They forgot one thing, Steven Discenza. We are all not stupid in America. Hey, British, keep on telling the children that it's energy that they used. When a child smells a gas leak, he will tell his mommy, I smell energy, mommy. You people are a safety hazard and a national security threat. It's time to leave this country again. That includes you, Kevin Burke, from Con Edison. Now we have George Soros. He bankrupts countries. He almost bankrupted the Bank of England. His partner in some of these crimes are Goldman Sachs. You know, Lloyd Blankfield, the CEO of Goldman Sachs. Soros manipulates the stock markets worldwide. Now he manipulates Governor Cuomo, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, and I'm sure many others. Hey, Mr. George Soros, there's a new sheriff in town. As a matter of fact, there's a new sheriff in New York City. His name is Capo di Tutti I Capi. I will give you a hint. It's in Italian. I heard Hillary Clinton say it's nice that we have a man like George Soros to step up to the plate. Well, Mrs. Clinton, this country's almost bankrupt with the help of people like George Soros and Goldman Sachs. Well, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, I am stepping up to the plate. Oh, by the way, good reporting, Glenn Beck, formerly of Fox News. I owe you dinner, Mr. Bill O'Reilly and Neil Cavuto. So, Mr. President, can you please ask the British and George Soros if maybe they can stop with these energy ads? Because I know you have to report to them. Well, I have bad news for you, America. Global government is here. So sad. Who do I file a complaint with? The king and the queen or George Soros? I almost forgot. When Governor Cuomo appoints his friends to run LIPA, Long Island Power Authority, they have no experience of running an electrical utility. This is what happens. The appointee saves $4 million by cutting back on the tree trimming service. Meanwhile, when a snow or ice storm hits, the tree limbs fall on the electrical wires, creating $50 million to $100 million worth of damage to the infrastructure. Good job, Governor Cuomo. The Cuomos are back in town again, doing electrical work, from Shoreham Nuclear Power Plant to LIPA, and the ratepayer pays for all the stupidity and corruption. A real shame. Let me ask you one question. Would you have Governor Cuomo, former Governor Pataki, George Bush, President Obama do electrical work in your house? Of course not. Your house will burn down. The same thing with the infrastructure in this country, all falling apart. Why? A lack of education, and corrupt they are. Education is what these people lack. Basic building blocks for mankind, number 4. This is the new police station, the 121st Precinct located in Staten Island, New York. I worked on that police station for 2 years. It's a city job, so I signed in every day. I had a few furloughs in between, mandatory by the union. Do you see where it says, look here? Then an arrow points to Monahan saying, and we will use 25% less energy. This police station does not use any energy. This police station uses electricity. The electricity is delivered by Con Edison. The supply of electricity is generated by others. The heating fuel that they use is natural gas by National Grid, the British. That's it. So it uses electricity and natural gas, a form of energy. So can you please give this video to Matt Monahan, a spokesman for the New York City Department of Design and Construction? Let's look at the green sign. It says optimize energy efficiency. This sign is located in the 121st Precinct for public viewing. On the bottom of this sign, it states the 121st Precinct LEED rated features, whatever that means. Now let's read the sign. It says commercial and residential buildings consume approximately 2/3 of the electricity and 1/3 of all the energy used in the United States. That is wrong. It should say 1/3 of all the heating fuel in the United States, not energy. Then it says more efficient building systems help to reduce energy demand and energy use. That is wrong. It should state more efficient building systems help reduce electricity demand and electricity use. That's it. Then it uses heating fuel. That's it. Easy to understand, right? Think about it. The demand in this country is for electricity. We need clean fuel to generate electricity. Also, we need clean heating fuel for commercial and residential use, and clean fuel to power our cars and trucks. That's it, not energy. The sign says the 121st Precinct energy reduction is attributed to the building orientation on the site. Energy efficient lighting, that's wrong. It is electricity efficient lighting. All the lights in that police station are electricity efficient. I installed some of them. That's the way they come today, very efficient. Oh, by the way, the electrical engineer did a good job on picking out the lighting fixtures. The electrical generator, the backup generator, and the whole job. I'm doing this for 40 years. They did a good job on the design. They did a great job on the mechanical, but I hate to bust your bubble. The mechanical was very much overkill, which means is you didn't need all that equipment over there. Sorry. Below the police station, there's the New York City Police Commissioner, Raymond Kelly, a.k.a. the little leprechaun, Top Cop Kelly. And next to him, Lucky Charms Kelly, the twin brother of Raymond Kelly, strategic air controller and energy planner of New York City. All right. Let's go to Mayor Michael Bloomberg, the mayor. This is in small print, so you may not be able to see it. But it states, reducing your energy bill and reducing your energy costs. Can you please inform the mayor that there is no such thing as an energy bill or an energy cost? That will be electricity bill and electricity costs. Also, the educational mayor states use less energy and it makes the problem less. Can you please inform the educational mayor he means use less electricity? But I'm sure the mayor will have his AC pumping 24 hours a day. What a hypocrite. Then in the same article, it states New York City gets about 80% of its power from oil and gas generators. Mr. Mayor, it clearly states it takes fuel to generate electricity. Why does the educational mayor call it energy? Here's a New York Times article, April 25th, 2013. It says, Energy for Tomorrow Conference, Building Sustainable Cities. It says the world's steadily expanding cities are to thrive in the 21st century. How will we meet the challenges posed by global warming and the growing need for improved infrastructure, transportation, fresh food, water, clean air? Well, so far, that doesn't sound like energy. It sounds like exactly what they have stated. It goes on to say New York Times will bring together 400 thought leaders, public policy, 400 thought leaders, get that, right? Policymakers, government, urbanists, and C-suite level executives from energy. What a joke. What does C-suite level executive energy? Are they from planet Alderaan, or do they make energy drinks? Can you please have these C-suite level executives from energy to call me and stop smoking that shit? You're hallucinating. Then it goes on to say, agenda topics will include renewable energy. No such thing. It will be renewable forms of energy. Then it goes on to say, guest speakers to include David Fisk, company director, BP Urban Systems Project. First of all, there's no such thing as an energy systems project. I'm assuming Mr. Fisk is from BP, which is British Petroleum. So that would be Oil Systems Project. Right here is global government, the British, sabotaging the educational system. Well, Mr. Fisk, I have good news for you. I'm giving exit visas to BP and National Grid. In other words, you're getting kicked out of the country for sabotaging the educational system in this country and the rest of the world and paying off our criminal politicians. And you know who they are, and so do I. Now, you will not be able to pump out our natural resources, sell it to us. The profits go overseas. Your bosses are in Cancun, snorting and drinking and laughing at the Americans. How's that sound? Sounds great. All right, take a look at this. It says this luminaire is packed in 2 separate boxes. What is another name for a luminaire? Lighting fixture, right? Another name for luminaire is a lighting fixture. Oh, by the way, these lighting fixtures were installed in the new 121st Police Station. Just a few of them. It's a typical lighting fixture you can buy at any supply house. Now, let's take the Bible quote. It comes from the first creation, the beginning of the Bible. It states, 14, then God said, let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the night. Then it states G15, and serve as luminaires in the dome of the sky to shed light upon the earth. And so it happened. I cut it short so you can read the word luminaires. So a luminaire is a lighting fixture, and the light is what comes out of the bulb. I will tell you one thing. Whoever wrote this Bible was exceptionally sharp. This was definitely intelligent design. What year was this book wrote? BC? 2000 BC? 3000 BC? I don't know. Me personally, whoever wrote this book had divine help. You can take that to the bank. So let's go over everything. Let them serve as luminaires, or let them serve as the fixture body in the dome of the sky, or let there be light in the dome of the sky, and serve as the body in the dome of the sky. All the same. A luminaire, a fixture body, and the body, all the same, right? So also they use the same phrase today, luminaire. There's Einstein for dummies. For some of you people out there, and Mr. Albert Einstein was a great, humble Jewish man, great contributor to society. I am not a holy roller, I am not a Jesus freak. But if some of you dummies out there read this book, he says he was getting his message from God. I believe that. Do you think he could do all this stuff for himself? No, he did not. So E equals mc squared, or energy equals speed of light times mass. Last but not least, here's a picture from this year's Super Bowl in the New York Times, dated February 4, 2013. And it was on a Sunday. It looks like I got a little present from someone for working so hard. I'll let you figure out from whom. In the picture is number 7, Colin Kaepernick. Hard for me to say that name. He's the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And on the left side of him is his favorite receiver, Michael Crabtree, whose number is 15. If you notice, it's the same as the Bible quote. Just what I needed for this demonstration. So the number 15 is Michael Crabtree, and Colin Kaepernick is number 7. If you go to the alphabet, the letter G matches up with the letter 7. It's exactly a match with the Bible quote, right? G15 is the Bible quote, right? And serve as luminaires, right? Also, it says Colin Kaepernick, 15-yard touchdown. So Colin Kaepernick. Number is 7, which is G, and a 15-yard touchdown. So the Bible quote came out twice. So basically, I do things through the stars, just like your horoscope, your future. Not bad. For some people I write to, there's some other information that you may be interested in. This picture, which came out of the New York Post, it states electric, and it's also on the board. Colin Kaepernick. In the shadows during the power outage that halted the Super Bowl for 34 minutes. It also states running away with the record, 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick runs for a 15-yard touchdown, the longest touchdown in Super Bowl history. And it was merely 11 seconds into the second half. Me and Colin Kaepernick are both making history. So the news media I write to, here it is. 34 minutes, 11 seconds, and G15. You should be able to figure it out. There's an expression I use with some of the people out there, and here it is. I have the keys, my friends. Trust me. Fuel for your brain, made easier to understand how electricity is generated. The sunlight is for the day. The moonlight is for the evening. So I'm going to just read a little bit off the Bible for you people, and then this way you know. So then God said, let there be lights in the dome of the sky to separate the day from the evening. All right, these lights are on a timer. One light turns on for the day, the other light turns on for the evening. I do the same thing. This is simple. I hooked up timers all my life. The guy who did this is definitely an electrician. What do you think? We have power plants that use natural gas, coal, oil, and nuclear power to generate electricity, produce steam to push the turbine blades. Then it turns the electrical generator to generate electricity. Look at this. Look at the picture over there. See? Goes through the steam hits the turbine blade. Then steam turns the turbine generator and generates electricity. The flow of electrons. The steam technology is 200 years old. Next picture are turbine blades. When the steam hits those blades, it turns the electrical generator, right? See those nice blades? Hydropower is the same thing. When the water hits those blades, it turns the electrical generator. The same thing with wind power. When the wind hits those blades, it turns the electrical generator. So you can look at this, the wind turbine there. You see, the blades turn, then actually it's a shaft, and it turns the electrical generator. Same with the steam, it turns the electrical generator, huh? The wind, and same thing. So now we have solar panels. The solar panels use sunlight, which is the sun's photons, to shine on the silicone boards in the solar panels, and it generates electricity. It states the electron flow, or the flow of electrons, both the same thing. Look at the board carefully. The sunlight, right, hits that board, and the sunlight is the sun's photons, hits that board, and it generates the electricity flow. You can pick this up on the website, how it works. Wind turbines are windmills. When the wind hits those blades, it turns the electrical generator, generating electricity, the flow of electrons. So what we need today is clean fuel or power to generate electricity. Very simple, just like me. I would like to thank all my viewers for their time and their patience. This DVD is dedicated to all the school children, colleges, everyone in the educational system in this country and the rest of the world for a greener and healthier planet, so they can have the right information in front of them and understand our problems ahead of us, and they are our future. Also, I'd like to dedicate this DVD to all law enforcement, local, state, and federal agencies, especially my friends at the FBI and Secret Service. I hope this DVD will help you understand and make more clear of what is going on today. I also know that a lot of you have big hearts like me. My door is always open to you. You know that. If you need more clarification on this subject, it would be an honor if you call me up, tell me you want to come over to the house, and we'll discuss this. Then after that, I will take you out for the best pizza in Staten Island, which is Lee's Tavern, located in Dungan Hills, where I grew up, or Port Richmond, the Nino's. We will have some calamari, medium hot sauce, a pizza with your favorite toppings, and a couple cold Budweisers. Also, I'd like to dedicate this DVD to the small towns I grew up in, which are Rosebank, South Beach, and Dungan Hills. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate this opportunity to show you that I'm a pretty good electrician, and my heart is in the right place. May God bless you all.